Welcome back to I Am Publications, where we have the series of Amology videos, a study of self. Amology equals Heartology equals Youology equals Selfology. Now, in this case, we do have videos where Jordanology, Bruce Leeology, Rocky Marcianoology, Magicology, Birdology. This feature is Sugar Ray Leonardology. And what I'm showing is that there's a scripture in the Bible that says, or the Holy Scriptures, before Abraham was, I am. We take that back farther. Before the universe was, that the world was put in, that Abraham was put on, I am. So I am wore the garment that everyone acknowledges Abraham. So before all of us is, I am. So the garments that we wear, aka bodies, is I am wearing us, aka I am as us. In this case, I am wearing Sugar Ray Leonard. Before Sugar Ray Leonard was, I am. And all his greatness. Not only is I am you, but the greatness that you are and all that you offer is I am offering all I am is as the talent and the skills and the inventions and the great services as that what appear to be individual. I am self unto the world as great inventors, great talent, great motivational speakers, great athletes, great artists, great entertainers, etc. We'll be seeing Elvis Presleyology later and Frank Sinatra. In this case, now we're focusing in on Sugar Ray Leonardology. Before Sugar Ray Leonard was, I am. Enjoy how I am entertains, but not only is I am the great entertainer, but I am the wonderful fan support. I Amology, Sugar Ray Leonardology, Fanology. Thank you to Board Films for this great piece of entertainment. I don't know if they have a YouTube channel, but go to their YouTube channel and subscribe to Board Films YouTube channel. Hit the like button, notification bell, so you're notified of all their videos, and leave wonderful comments at Board Entertainment if they have a YouTube channel. But we feature in this video here at I Am Publications, so please subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, leave encouraging comments, the like button, and only encouraging comments. With all that said, let's enjoy Sugar Ray Leonardology.
Leonard was one of the leading boxers in the world in the 1970s and 80s.
As the ring's most charismatic figure began a slow fade into the twilight of his luminous career. And the young Ray Charles Leonard dreamed of following in the footsteps of his heavyweight idol.
A champion in the boxing world, inspired by heroes of his own.
I saw Muhammad Ali and I want to be so much like him. He was more than a boxer, he was considered an entertainer, an artist.
He's first into national prominence in Montreal. Sugar Ray Leonard from the United States has been such a popular favorite here so far. Young man from the Washington, D.C. area, Palmer Park, Maryland.
Early on, it was very clear there was something special about Sugar Ray Leonard.
So it's Cuba against the United States, Aldama against Ray Leonard.
When Ali left, we never thought there'd be another major attraction.
Ray Charles Leonard was born 35 years ago in Wilmington, North Carolina. Boxing was literally the only way he could find to get out of the ghetto.
The Cuban is hurt. The Cuban is hurt.
He says he's just someone who never could pass up a good fight, ever since the 1976 Olympics, where he pummeled a Cuban to win the gold medal for the United States.
Boom, perfect timing.
With the right leg. Leading up, the Cuban is ready to go. The referee stops the contest. The crowd goes wild. Ray Leonard upon the broad barrel. His dream is realized as he has won himself a gold medal.
All of a sudden, Sugar Ray Leonard is the people's choice. And I tell you, everywhere he goes, the man commands a crowd.
Now he steps up to the winner's podium. Turns and waves. The scene he and his mother and father have been dreaming about.
Ray thought it would be his last fight.
And I really was sincere about not fighting again. I just felt that it was ended.
He wanted to go to college, but with both parents ill, he decided that a boxing career was a financial necessity.
My father had spinal meningitis and tuberculosis. He was nearly 3 days into going to a coma.
After his success at the Olympics, Leonard wanted to go to college. However, his father became ill, and his family needed
He
money.
formed a team to continue his boxing education. Janks Morton, Dave Jacobs, his trainer, and Angelo Dante, his manager.
It must be a little different fighting for your parents' survival than it is just fighting for yourself.
My family was really down and out, and I felt it was my obligation to really help them out.
Making his professional debut here, Sugar Ray Leonard. Sugar Ray Leonard, first professional fight.
This kid might be the finest one he's ever worked
As
with.
it has been for so many others born with little, Ray's fists delivered him from the streets.
It reminded me so much of Ali. We're going to find out whether Vegas can stand up under this kind of punishment. It's never been done. It reminded me so much of Ali, even in his expression. So he had his mouth open telling Vega to come to him over there.
You're right, it looked like a miniature Muhammad Ali.
That's fantastic.
A day for Sugar Ray. And both fighters smiling to the crowd. Over 8,000 on their feet, and they are letting Sugar Ray Leonard know, man, you're back home.
Leonard is the obvious successor to Muhammad Ali at a lower weight, the All-American boy, the ex-Olympic champion.
Rags to riches overnight.
Sugar Ray had it all. He had the looks, he had the ability, he was agreeable to white America, and not only just black America. Sugar Ray was a marketing mark.
The boxing community watching Sugar Ray very closely. He's a comer.
Sugar Ray Leonard had a very, sweet style, man. He was so smooth. He just understood how to work the ring and how to make it look super easy.
Sugar Ray Leonard and Billy Fireball Rodriguez. Winner by unanimous decision, Sugar Ray Leonard.
What a time it was when boxing was king.
Sugar Ray's turning 7-0. When I went into that ring, I was a beast.
First round action.
I've told people all over the world that Bruce Lee was one of my idols. He could generate so much speed and velocity in his punches.
Good. Good. Sugar Ray is showing the kind of flash, the kind of polish.
Be formless, shapeless, like water.
Whipped them all over the ring in the second round. A tremendous performance from a 21-year-old.
The type of leverage he was able to gain because he knew, he understood
Another knockdown from the right.
the mechanics of the body.
Water can flow, or it can crash. Be water, my friend.
Down he goes. This time, maybe down for keeps. It is over. Sugar Ray Leonard has knocked out Frank Centaur. Jubilation in Sugar Ray's face.
I tell you something, if Floyd Mayweather fought Sugar Ray Leonard,
If there was a time when people doubted his progression from Olympic hero to welterweight champion.
In the early stages of my career, I was criticized quite often because people felt that I was being moved along too quickly.
Oh, there's his son on his sock. And of course, Sugar Ray is a man who believes in symbols and signs like those.
I, Julian Gordon, with this mortgage, relinquish part of my freedom to... Sorry. Did you know that the word mortgage literally means death pledge? The prefix mort is the same as mortician or mortuary. Listen to me. 44 million households rent. and 82 million single-family buyers think that they own, but they don't. HGTV will say, congrats, you're a homeowner. But that's not true. That's a lie. The moment you get the keys, you're a home buyer. And that is a huge difference. As a home buyer, you're still paying rent. It's not rent to a landlord. It's rent to the bank to use their money. That's called interest. You are borrowing the bank's money, right? The interest on a $300,000 home at a 4% interest rate will be about $208,000 over 30 years. So that $300,000 house is actually a $508,000 house. What does that mean? That means that you're not only buying...
Once in a while, a fighter comes along who transcends the sport.
You can see we're counting down to the end of the 5th round. Oh! He got him into the midsection and Beverly and Estrada went down. Sugar Ray Leonard, who can fool you with his punching power. Sugar Ray Leonard. And quickly, he straight across the ring to get at Estrada.
Sugar Ray Leonard is sort of the mini Ali.
And it's over. Sugar Ray Leonard showing his jubilation. And why not? The young man has just captured his 5th consecutive professional victory.
He was the most charismatic fighter out there.
One writer called him a combination of Madison Avenue, Main Street, and Marvel Comics. As predicted, Leonard began a steady march toward greatness.
Here it is, surviving the punishment, but a tremendous round. But another tremendous. It's over. It is a first-round knockout for Sugar Ray Leonard, and by far his most spectacular performance as a professional fighter.
Well, Sugar Ray Leonard is charismatic, the refined boxing machine with dazzling speed.
Ray Charles Leonard is the most celebrated fighter in the world today.
Leonard has done a nice job using his skills and God-given talent. Fast hands, fast feet. The 1976 Olympic champion.
Smiling again. Edmund is down. Let's see if they call out a knockdown. Edmund is down. I think he made Leonard mad.
Eklund's mother is coming to the corner, and she is suggesting to some of the corner people to stop the fight if he gets in any more trouble.
She's crying, by the way.
She's got tears welling up in her eyes. Got a cut over his right arm.
Finish him. He was on his way down, and things are being thrown in the ring. The mandatory 8 count.
He was much more than an up-and-coming welterweight. Ray's quick feet and his gift as an entertainer in the mold of Muhammad Ali made him boxing's richest contender in history.
We put Ray Leonard on the cover of KO magazine. We sold. We had been used to doing that with Ali.
I covered all your great fights, and they were great.
Olympic champion of the world, undefeated in the pro ranks, Sugar Ray Leonard.
I believe that in your prime, you would have knocked out Floyd Mayweather Jr. in his prime.
Ray would like to finish him off.
Am I right about that?
Yes. He reminds me of his father. I fought his father back in 1978 and knocked him out.
So Sugar Ray Leonard scores technical knockout in the 10th round.
Fights every minute of the round. He's ambitious. He wants to be a great man in the ring. He has a lot of tools to be that great man.
Let me tell you something. I always gave Mayweather Sugar Ray Leonard the edge. Sugar Ray Leonard was a marksman. But I'm going to tell you something.
deck.
I have to show Floyd Mayweather respect. That brother.
That might go down. He lost his house.
You hear me?
11 seconds to go in the round. There goes Sam down on his back.
The four kings of the 80s, they raised me as a boxing fan. Post Muhammad Ali, that's what I grew up on.
It'll be unbeaten boxing sensation Sugar Ray Leonard trying for his 19th straight professional win.
First time that Mark Ryder's ever been down. The bell for round one, the action begins.
In 1979, Sugar Ray's most impressive performance to date took place when he knocked out Pete Ranzani in 4 rounds to win the North American Boxing Federation Welterweight Championship.
Right hand by Leonard. Ranzani's in trouble.
I'm not known to be a big puncher. I'm known to be a consistent puncher. And the first doesn't get you, I get you the next one.
Many fans and some critics felt Leonard had been a media creation.
Just hanging on. What's up?
Unlike other boxers, Leonard did not sign a long-term contract with a single boxing promoter.
The winner and new NBOF welterweight champion, Sugar Ray Leonard.
As a result, Leonard's fights were either broadcast on NBC, CBS, HBO, or ABC. This wide exposure gained Leonard a tremendous following in America and around the world. It also generated resentment among some fans, reporters, and boxers.
We are almost 2 minutes into round one.
That's the right lead, which Leonard specializes, as Ali did for so many years. With combination upon combination, and he placed in trouble. Leonard with his arms upraised, the first knockdown of the fight. Leonard came with the round coming to its
By
end.
now, it was obvious to everyone that Leonard was ready to battle for the championship. That's when he signed to meet undefeated Wilfredo Benitez for the WBC World Welterweight title. It was a battle of the unbeaten when Sugar Ray Leonard, an Olympic gold medalist, challenged Wilfredo Benitez for the WBC Welterweight Championship on November 30th of 1979.
He and Leonard in a stare down.
And that was, he was an exceptional fighter. He was an undefeated fighter at that time.
Left hand by Leonard. Benitez is down.
I didn't have the experience to deal with Benitez, but I had the heart.
And again, the stare down continues. A flash knockdown here in the third.
So you beat Wilfredo Benitez to win your first title when Benitez was undefeated and he was considered a form of Sugar Ray Leonard.
Mean havoc for the fighter. Round 7 underway. Leonard in total control.
He had the same style I had.
Benitez leg buckle. Down for the second time.
There's no difference between you and I.
That could be the difference. See the time left in the fight. Leonard steps in with a left. And he stops it. Carlos Bonilla stops it with 6 seconds to go. Ray Leonard has taken Benitez welterweight championship.
Leonard soared to a welterweight world championship in only 3 years, confirming his arrival as boxing's face of the future.
Pandemonium in the ring. That's a Turner Pro. You say the Turner.
There's a reason you are failing to scale your paid ads. If If you want to know what it is, this video is for you. In this video, I'm going to show you how thousands...
2 years later, like, how much fun was it being Sugar Ray Leonard in 1979?
Well, I'll tell you what, it was almost too much fun. You start making money, you start becoming more famous, people start recognizing
Davy
you.
Boy Green says he has a secret weapon. Well, he kept it a secret because we have no idea how he's going to go against this fast young man born 23 years ago in Wilmington, North Carolina.
How long have you trained for the Sugar Ray Leonard bout?
Well, I've trained since Christmas, 3 months. I've done about 400 miles road running, 150 sparring rounds. I'm really ready.
The hometown darling and American hero, Sugar Ray Leonard. Listen. He came in looking at Sugar Ray Leonard like, I don't like you, baby. Looked at the tassels on Sugar Ray's white and red shoes. Sugar Ray didn't like it.
Sugar Ray Leonard, the charismatic 24-year-old WBC welterweight champion.
Ooh, a good left hook high on the forehead.
Become America's newest hero.
Oh, a right hand. Most fighters would have gone down.
Then he scored one of the most devastating knockouts I think we've ever seen against Davy Boy Green.
He is down the count, and it is over. Davy Boy Green is out. And again, showing you the tremendous speed of this likable, poised 23-year-old Sugar Ray Leonard. What a fighter.
He was the most macho fighter in boxing. Those demonic, black, cold eyes.
His evil-looking, menacing eyes. He got under my skin. He really did. He talked trash. He cursed me. He cursed my wife.
He seen Sugar Ray Leonard's wife at a press conference. He flipped her off and yelled, "Whore."
I was in awe of the whole event. I mean, the huge cameras and all the reporters from around the world. It was just too big. I mean, I lost perspective.
Roberto Duran challenging Sugar Ray Leonard. Last-minute instructions from Angelo Dundee.
But I abandoned what was really the key to beating him down like Duran. Using my boxing, using my speed. I wanted to go in there, and I went flat-footed.
Leonard is flat-footed. He did not come out to dance. He wants to go toe-to-toe with him. He's flat-footed. Oh, he took a hard left hook. Leonard wants to trade with him. Leonard wants to trade with him. Duran is willing to oblige. Leonard is not backing off. Leonard is not running. He wants to exchange with Duran.
You were determined not to run, not to box. You wanted to go toe-to-toe with him.
I got so frustrated that I got discouraged.
Son of a gun. Look how close Duran is getting.
The Duran punches were just like cinder blocks.
That's probably the hardest punch he's ever been hit with as a professional. Leonard still stays flat-footed with him. Unbelievable. Duran working on him again.
I tried to outstruck him. I tried to out-hustle him.
Working on that body, and that's going to cost Ray. Because if Ray doesn't get out of there, he's going to get his ribs broken.
Which was not smart by any means. Uh, 15 rounds of that pretty much taught me a major lesson that I gotta think first too. Yeah.
Because Sugar is starting to fight off the ropes. Incredible fight. Not what we expected at all. I figured it'd be a dancing Leonard, but he wants to beat Duran at Duran's kind of fight. I tell you one thing, it is an even fight, and it's closer.
And I didn't realize that I was losing the fight until, 12th round.
I'm going to give it my all. And if I get knocked out, oh well. But I'm about to go toe-to-toe and show this man he ain't going to make me quit. I'd rather die than quit.
In boxing terms, they call this the war. 24 minutes remaining. I think this decides the fight.
After the fight, I laid in my room, all sore as hell, and all of a sudden, he walked into the room. He said, "Dad, if I had an ounce of your heart, I'll be okay the rest of my life." I mean, tears came to my eyes. I mean, he didn't know how good I felt. I called Mike Trainer, my attorney, and I said, "Mike, I want to fight Roberto Duran again, ASAP."
The rematch happened just 5 months after the first fight.
Surrounded by his entourage, Sugar Ray Leonard, the challenger, the champion going into last June 20th. But after that, the challenger. Here comes the champion, the man who openly says that Leonard is afraid.
I'm so focused. I'm ready to go now. It's a totally different attitude. And then Ray Charles sings America the Beautiful.
Contrary to popular belief, you're not named after Sugar Ray Robinson. It is actually Ray Charles. No clue that Ray Charles was going to be in the ring performing what was going to be our anthem that night.
They say, the stars were lined up. The stars lined up.
And Leonard, who was very tense in the hours earlier, now seems oddly poised and confident. We'll be back with the start of the fight in a moment.
He comes over to me, gives me a big hug and a big kiss, and he says, "Kick his ass." Oh, there was no way I was going to lose that. When the bell rung, when Ray Charles finished singing America the Beautiful, I knew I had it.
But he catches a right and left, lands all right. That's the Sugar Ray Leonard punch that drew the crowd. These two men do not like each other. Good right hand by Leonard. Good right hand. Smiling. He knows he's in with a tougher fighter tonight.
What do you think really happened that night in the Superdome?
Leonard came to fight, and as you said, Larry, confidence personified. Very confident. And if he can do this for 15 rounds, then you have a new champion.
I was using my footwork and my speed. Never really got against the rope. When I did, I spun out.
Leonard refuses to get pinned against the ropes like he did in Montreal.
Go back and watch that and look at his Duran's eyes. It wasn't those piercing eyes.
And it is a vastly different human being that Duran is tonight.
He got personal with you, and you were handling Duran in that second fight. You even taunted him throughout the fight.
Doing a little dodgy now and a little Ali. He's taunting Duran.
The frustration, humiliation, the laughter.
He is taunting Duran.
The most famous fights in boxing history. I think everyone remembers the bolo punch and the winding up the right hand and hitting him with the left.
And he's got Duran openly, not just furious, but puzzled. Duran troubled by the movement.
The more I heard the fans or the audience laugh,
the more I did it, I think those things just totally short-circuited Roberto Duran's mind.
Immediately. And what's happening? Duran says no. I think he's quitting. He said no more. And then he did it a second time.
Hands of stone turned his back on Sugar Ray and uttered the now infamous words, "No mas."
No, I don't understand. He's saying no, he quit. I don't understand it. I think Duran quit. I don't understand it.
Duran has quit. Roberto Duran has quit.
Talking about quitting in the center of the ring. That's the worst way that you can quit.
The bully, the man who could stare you down.
When you claim to be the baddest, the toughest, the roughest, the meanest fighter in the world.
Duran just quit because he didn't want me to knock him out. I hold no respect for him as far as a man is concerned. I respect him as a fighter, don't get me wrong. I respect him as a fighter and as his accomplishments, his credentials. But as a man, I cannot.
Does that make it more satisfying that you may have made the roughest, toughest fighter at that time just basically capitulate?
By 1980, the boxing world had two welterweight title holders, Thomas the Hitman Hearns and Sugar Ray Leonard.
Tommy Hearns was 6'3", 6'4", some say 6'5". I mean, he's tall, no question about it. Long arms, speed, and power.
Thomas Hearns remained Leonard's last barrier to greatness.
That fight was the most important fight of my professional boxing career. Tommy was the best, and I had to prove that I was the best by beating him. And most people, even my brother Roger, thought I was going to lose the fight.
Good evening and a very warm welcome to International